So hi, welcome to Good Noise Podcast. We're here with Topiary Creatures. We're going to ask them some questions today. I'm going to start. What inspired you guys to start the band, and what does the band name mean?
I guess that's a good question. What inspired us to officially start the band? I'd kind of been just like making albums on my own and putting them out under different names since like high school, and never really like did any promoting or playing shows, or like sometimes I'd play shows, but not really much. And then Liz and I have actually been playing together in bands since like the middle of college. And at one point, another friend, Emery, who's the fourth member of Topiary Creatures, joined, and he was into like more punk stuff as well. So I was like, hey, I've got this stuff that sort of sounds like Jeff Rosenstocky. Like, do you want to try playing it? And then we did, and it was fun. And here we are. And then we met Ian on Craigslist.
It's true. True story. They met me via Craigslist. It was fun.
I feel like Craigslist is sometimes like a scary way to meet band members. It sounds like there's so many like Craigslist the band memes, so it sounds like it could be bad, but it was
turned out to
golden.
not be murdery, so
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
good.
it's very important.
Yeah.
That we know.
We're all
Yeah.
still here and alive. It's very good.
Yeah.
I'm very
And
happy.
then the band name, I don't think the band name has as much like profound personal meaning, but we were just saying earlier, it's a really obscure reference to the 90s like kids computer game Putt Putt Saves the Zoo. There's like this part in the beginning of the game where you walk in and there's these like shrub animals on the side, and if you click them they start going like, where are the topiary creatures? It's really dumb.
That's so cute. Yeah.
But it's also, Emery, our guitarist, thought it was a reference to The Shining, because apparently in the Shining book there's like topiary creatures that are outside that like try to attack Jack or whatever. So it's also a Shining reference, I guess.
Oh.
Wow. Like two polar opposites. Like one's like cutesy and then the other one's like a horror. But that's
Which
cool.
kind of
Yeah.
captures our essence too, I feel
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Or our music, maybe. Hey, that's the profound thing that I should say, that the
Yeah, you
band
caught up there in the end. It's like, yeah, maybe
Yeah.
that's why we needed that. Yeah, definitely.
It's
or
perfect.
put it together for me.
Oh my
yeah.
god. Wait, you can say it again and then we could be like, oh my god, that's so cool.
Okay. Yeah, so like, I'm just kidding. I can't. I'm stuck at it.
Gasp.
Whoa. Oh my
I
god.
would laugh halfway through. But yes, that contrast definitely feels right.
Alright. Cool.
I think it was also like we were called a different name for a long time. We were like using one of Bryson's previous incarnations of this like type of styles name.
Mhm.
We were called Embering for like our first show we ever played together.
Wow.
We were still called Embering actually.
Wow.
Mhm.
And I have these like we have these sweet like orange juice box stickers that still say Embering, and
Ember.
Beautiful.
now it's sad because they're not even useful anymore. But he had
Yeah,
them from
there's-
like a year ago or some crap.
Yeah,
like
there's a
that. He's like,
shitload of
"Hey."
them in my closet still. So
Aw.
get rid of those.
Bro, maybe you can like when you guys get big, you can sell them and be like, bro, limited edition, like first band name era. I don't know.
We
Hey,
could
if
maybe we could
get-
scratch it out actually. And
Yeah,
just,
exactly.
Like, Tote Creek on it or something.
If we get big
Oh,
enough
shouldn't
to where
scratch and
somebody
sniff.
wants those, that's success to me.
Yeah. Oh my
Got
god.
all the selling stickers in my closet.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god. Okay. So what is your writing process like?
Bryson shows up and is like, "Hey, look, guys," and then the rest of us appear around it.
This is making me sound like a dictator. Like,
Oh,
No, Bryson writes all the music, and we just get to have fun and play it.
oh,
um,
that's good.
yeah, so like
Yeah.
Liz and Ian and Emery are all like way better at their respective instruments. I mean, like I can fake everything enough, and the one thing I will give myself credit for is like knowing how to like craft like poetry into like arrangements and stuff. But as far as like playing the stuff, like they all shred way harder than I do. So I like come to them with a demo, and then like we'll mess with it live and like extend parts and make like change up other parts. So I feel like hearing the songs live too, they bring on a different life. Like especially in like one of our singles that we put out, Depends on the Day You Ask Me, like Ian has this like sick like I think it's like a quintuplet syncopated rhythm that you do in the bridge, and now every time I hear the recorded version I'm like, I miss it. Like I don't like
Yeah.
my drums as much as what you played.
Yeah,
So,
there's
yeah,
The
like,
live set is almost totally different than the recorded stuff now. So I think we were practicing for like live stuff before, you guys had finished like mixing and mastering. So that's a fun difference in all those.
Yeah, totally. And Liz sings too, which like gives it a new life that's not on the singles right now. So.
All right. So speaking of those singles, you guys have dropped 3 so far. How do you feel about the response to those?
It's been great. Like I said, I've never really like promoted my music much at all in the past. So the fact that it's like caught traction at all and has like been really encouraging to me. And I think because Chris Teddy from The World has produced our record, so I think having like his name on it gave me a little more like incentive to be like, okay, I'll like send this to some playlists or like start like getting in like the emo Twitter circles and like just like actually push it out there. And everyone seemed to be liking it so far.
That's good.
Yeah,
we
so
did get really
super validating for sure, and I think like especially being added to like all the gamer playlists has probably been my favorite part of it. Taking on a whole new meaning.
Weirdly, gamers are into our stuff. We've got like on a bunch of like Overwatch like streams, like especially because there's this one guy named Connor. It's like Volt's Gaming Network or something. I don't know. He's like in Portland and he loves music and he's just like made it a thing there in the gamer community, which is really funny. So. Music for gamers.
Gamers. That's the new genre. Music for gamers.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's your new slogan. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, that's our next sticker that we're gonna make.
Yes.
Definitely.
Oh my god. I would buy that. Okay.
Hell
so,
yeah.
where was your headspace while writing these singles?
Trash.
So the singles are part of like a record that's coming out a month from yesterday, called Tangible Problems, and the whole like idea around like tangible problems is like wishing you had like concrete things to like blame your anxiety on. Especially as a very like proactive person, like if something's wrong in my life, I will do something to fix it. And so much of doing that and seeing like no results you're kind of just left with this feeling of like, God, I'd kill for tangible problems. And that's like actually that is like a line on like the outro track. So I think that's something that I've been kind of trying to express for many years in my music that I only really found out how to articulate recently. So it was a lot of like very being in my head and like figuring out how to like battle depression and stuff and like just like trying to figure out what to pin all your anxieties on and not being able to do so. So
Wow. Okay.
I don't know, kind of a long-winded answer. Sorry.
No, that was great.
Yeah,
That was
okay.
great. All right.
All right. So there is an album. It's coming out next month. All right. So
one day from yesterday,
Okay.
specifically.
One day from
all
yesterday.
right,
Okay.
very exciting.
Yeah.
So when you're making music, what artists are your biggest inspirations?
Oh, this should be a
We
fun
should-
question. 'cause
We
this
should
is-
round table this one.
Yeah,
Liz, you
round table.
start.
Oh, no. Ian, you start. I need a second.
So I think it's been interesting, at least with some of the new stuff that we've been writing, since like post-COVID world is a much different place. So it's definitely it's been like we've been doing a lot more like online collaboration and stuff like that. So that's been interesting. But like honestly, most of the time, my writing or my contributions to any of like the Topiary Creatures songs either are like some ripoff of the Wonder Years, Coheed and Cambria, or the Midnight.
Okay.
It's usually one of those 3.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And then for me, I'm a really big like Brave Little Abacus has probably been my biggest inspiration recently. And I think you also like hear bits of like The World Is and The Hotelier. But then like I don't know, like I listen to a bunch of like hyper pop and cheesy shit like Anna Managuchi, and then like I'll listen to like Knocked Loose or like the new End record's so good. So it's like just like either extremes for me. But like the world of like the Brave Little Abacus, The World's a Beautiful Place, like those kind of bands are probably my biggest ones.
My big single one that I'll point out is Grizzly Bear. It's just always, that's my fallback band in every capacity.
All right.
Solid. Sounds good. So, is there a certain feeling you want your listeners to have while listening to your music?
Oh, that's an interesting question.
It is.
I don't think I've ever thought about that.
I think for me, at least, like my connection to a lot of these songs, I think the thing that's interesting about them, when we play them live, it's a little bit different because it's more about energy. But like most of the times topically the songs are like generic enough yet specific enough that you can like fill in your own context behind it. So like I mean, for me, one of the songs on the record, Let's Go Die in Osaka, which is like near the end-ish of it. Bryson, it like thematically it's about a completely different song, but for me it's about like my sisters and like the nostalgia I had with my sisters and like wanting to run away with my sisters kind of. So I think for me it's like melancholic nostalgia is one thing that this album's really good at highlighting. But that's also a very like pretentious, like third wave coffee snobby type of answer.
Yeah.
I feel like I really like that question because I think like for me, I want people to feel like this sort of breath of like fresh air in the sense that like when I like, for example, when I listen to Andy Hull, like any like Manchester Orchestra, like anything he's ever done, like I remember the first time I heard him sing the lyric, how can a man seek revenge on a woman he wants to believe has no soul? I was just like, I can relax and just breathe knowing that someone else out there has had that thought before. Like just, even if I don't know them personally, like hearing a song and being like, oh my God, like that's a really weird, specific thing to think, but it's so true to me. And I'm like comforted to know someone else like out there is feeling that. Like, I kind of hope people get that out of our music because we don't really write about like the most like generic stuff. So, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
that
that's
makes
my
sense.
answer. I'll stick with that.
And Liz? Anything from you?
No, nothing for me on that one.
All right.
That's fair. That's fair.
He's like, I don't want you to feel anything. Come see me
The
play
void.
live and watch me
if we-
shred.
If we could
We're
just,
way
like,
more. Our shows are way more fun than they sound from our.
Yeah, it's very
promise.
interesting. I don't think it's like it's one of those things where like you kind of like some of the songs are pretty heady and pretty like heavy in that sense. And then like we play them live and it's like completely erased. Like we just sound like a punk band and like me and Bryson have like the dream of having people like mosh during like Moving Target, which is like one of the singles we put out, which is also like pretty sad in that context. We were like, oh, if they moshed right there, that'd be so sick.
Yeah.
It'll happen one day.
When
It'll
shows
happen.
come back.
Exactly.
Yeah, one day.
2025.
In the next century when we're all robots.
Yeah. So, where do you guys see the project in the next 5 years?
Oh man. This is
Should
such
we
a
answer
different
that pre
question.
and post COVID? Like before COVID happened, what we thought of, and then post COVID happened?
What were you gonna say, Liz?
Yeah, along that same line, just that's such a different question now than it was a few months ago. I think before, I mean, like we were like pretty much right before quarantine started, we were all planning a tour with some other friends. So, I mean, that would have made things very different right now. But I mean, who knows what the next chunk of time looks like, especially in the context of everything.
Yeah.
It is frustrating that like just with the Rona world, it's like we're all separate now, and like obviously we're in like 3 different cities in California. So, I mean, here's hoping we'll all get back together and be in the same place soon. But there's also like no like pressure for anyone. Like I'm still gonna be like making music and like we'll still be sharing it and stuff. And whenever we can play together, it'll be great. But like if that doesn't work out for someone, it's like chill. No one's gonna be pissed about it.
Okay.
Wow. All right. So for the last couple questions, we're going to shift away from music and go straight to death row. So, if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
I hate how cheery you delivered that
Yeah.
this time.
Oof.
Mine would probably be like falafel and hummus.
Ooh,
And, like
yeah.
some like really nice like coffee. Like coffee gets scored between like 0 and 90 or something.
Mm-hmm.
I would want like
Oh, man,
90.
this is coffee.
Like,
90.
straight from like the best farm, super
Yeah.
well sourced. Like I hope everyone was treated well. And I want to have all that before I die, which is a huge ask. So hopefully I'm on a prison in death row near a coffee farm,
Yeah.
so they can
Yeah.
fulfill that. Where they
You'll
can
make
also
him go
make
get
falafel.
it. Yeah.
Or I'll go get
Yeah.
it in California.
Oh my God.
I feel like my gut instinct is like sushi, but that's That's such a like cliche. I feel like if I'm gonna die, like might as well just make a meme out of it and like scare the guards somehow. Just like
Bro,
ask for something really weird. Like give me like a saucepan full of like barbecue sauce or something.
Aw,
Just like if you're gonna die, you don't have to deal with the repercussions in your stomach later. Just like
Yeah. I mean,
just
we
end up on a meme page. Go up. Go
Us
Exactly.
swinging.
we
Oh,
had someone
sure.
say they wanted a cop's heart.
ah,
So, like,
bro.
That's a savage answer.
Yeah.
I
That's-
respect it.
It's a answer for sure.
it is an answer.
Yeah, I'll just take any pasta that my mom would make and some sort of dessert that my sister would make. They're both geniuses, and that's all I need.
All right.
And
That's
then
such a
just-
wholesome answer.
Just some
like
family
it.
time is all I want.
Some family time right before you die.
Do you have a drink
And then-
to go with that? Yeah.
Yeah, puree all of that,
Oh.
and just serve it on the side.
Oh. Wow. Okay. Ew. Okay. That's so gross. Okay, sorry.
I'll take some Gyokuro green tea. I'll make my drink less weird.
Okay, I thought that the hot sauce was gonna, or the barbecue sauce
Barbecue
was gonna
sauce.
be the drink as well.
No,
Yeah.
just a basin of it.
Okay,
Just,
Oh.
all right.
just a
God,
pot
ew,
of hot
that's
sauce.
so-
You can just like bathe in it. Like you
I'm
just
so, such a gross answer. God.
So
Got worse. It's okay.
if you could live in one fictional world for a week, where would you live?
Another good question.
Mhm. These are our best questions.
We should start all interviews with these, and then end all interviews with these to see if they change
Oh
over
my god.
time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
We should
like
try that. No.
living in the Wind Waker world from Legend of Zelda Wind Waker would be very comforting in a weird nostalgia way. But functionally, it's got to be The Last Airbender.
Oh, we haven't
Like-
gotten that one. Yeah.
Really,
Yeah, we haven't gotten that one.
bending shit would be so
No, wait, we
fun.
got it once. I think once.
I
But
don't
yeah.
remember.
Wait, what element would you be?
I want to be Earth, but I think I'd be Fire.
Oh, okay. All right.
Bad.
Yeah, can I
respect
live there
that.
with Bryson?
Yeah, sure.
Great, we can
Are
keep the
you-
game
are you-
going.
Are you a waterbender, Liz?
I think so, or an airbender. I mean, or the Avatar.
Airbender gang. Let's
But-
go.
Or the Avatar.
You know.
Oh,
yeah,
true.
just be the Avatar.
Actually, yeah, Liz is most likely the Avatar out of the four of us in our band.
I'd be like the weird person in Avatar that like owns a tea house, but not be able to bend anything. Like I would
Your
just
Uncle,
own a tea
are you
house.
Uncle Ira?
Yeah, you're so Uncle
Yeah.
Ira.
Yeah, definitely Uncle. I think, but like I think a fictional world for me. Honestly, if I could live in any fictional world, this is such a weird answer. I would live in rocket power. I would
Okay.
turn back
Whoa.
into a 10 or 11-year-old, live in rocket power, eat
Mm.
Tito's food all the fucking time.
So it's like real
like,
life, but
skateboard
you just
everywhere.
shred so hard as like a child.
Dude, and like all the like cool like 90s music blasting behind you, and like life only lasts for 30 minutes at a time. It'd be great.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
I
Okay.
respect it.
So
How about you guys? I want to hear your answers too. I know we're not interviewing you, but
Do they
Yeah,
do they
I
change
actually,
every-
we should go all the way back. Like, what's your death
Oh
row
my God.
meal?
Oh, okay. Oh, I have my death row meal ready. So a bowl of ramen and boba tea. Yeah.
hell yeah.
But whatchamacallit, the purple one. I always forget the name.
Taro?
That one. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. It's so good.
Same.
Yeah.
I don't
Taste.
know.
Taste.
Big ass bowl of pasta and like a Sprite cranberry because I'm funny and quirky.
Right, cranberry.
Oh my god, you're so quirky.
I know.
What the heck?
I know.
You're
Wait,
so
does that mean
young.
you're dying around Christmas? Isn't that like a holiday?
I,
That's so
s- I
sad.
may or may not still have some in my closet from last Christmas. So
You go. Dude.
Yeah.
You
No,
go,
send
man.
me one.
Whatever
I've
makes you
never had
happy.
one.
yeah, of course.
Don't send her one. It's not worth your time.
Hell no.
Oh, it's
No.
not. Is
Stay
it
away.
not good?
Well, I'm
No,
not gonna
just
waste
don't-
the $3 to ship it to you.
It's also one less Sprite cranberry, right?
Exactly.
Or,
I only
yeah,
have
you got a
two.
point. That's so. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. All right.
Gotta spread those out until
Yeah.
December.
till
Exactly.
December.
It's right around the corner, man.
Right around the corner any day now.
Our fiction world. I don't. Have we been asked this one? We've been asked color, and
I was hoping we were gonna forget that they asked us. 'cause
yeah,
don't
but
have
I
an
didn't
answer
want to be
for
that
this.
person. I'm sorry.
I was like, is Gore gonna
Um,
move right along?
Okay.
No.
We're not
Um,
interviewing you, so you're off the hook.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
But if you have
Wow.
funny answers, feel free to chime in too.
every single time we've asked this question, I still don't have an answer for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I might
is
have
that-
one now, but I can't remember the name.
Is that because there's too many that you'd like to be in, or is it just because it's like
I
the moment you think of it, it's just your mind goes blank? Like,
Mine goes
yeah,
blank.
I didn't have a childhood, so
It's like a
Wow,
oh,
hell.
God.
sorry to hear that, man.
My condolences,
L.
bro. So I have the honor of asking the last question. Everyone we have spoken to have said it's the most important question.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh my god, get ready. What is your favorite color?
Oh, I have a canned answer to this. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Canned answer.
Bryson sees
Give me
everything in
1
color,
second.
so
Synesthesia.
Yeah, the synesthete's
No.
gonna give a thick answer right now.
Okay, it's
That's so cool.
it's 0C2833.
Oh, shoot.
That's
Oh,
my favorite
okay.
color.
Give me a second. Okay.
I knew
Okay.
someone was gonna ask me this question one day,
Okay.
so I had
Wait,
that
what is it?
prepared. Zero
Bro, I can't even see.
C2833. It's
Zero-
like it's like a very
0C2
I gotta read.
833.
833. Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
it's like a very dark grayed out blue.
Oh,
I'm a
that's
designer.
sick
You
color.
know, you just gotta have a.
You just master those hex codes in your head, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, get on my level.
Did I ruin the party? Did I cancel
No,
out Ian and
I
Liz's
mean-
answer?
I mean, mine's gonna come with a pretty flat, maybe burnt orange.
Ooh,
That'll be
Ooh.
very
mine.
nice color.
A burnt orange?
Burnt orange. Mm-hmm.
Can I cheat? There's this album by Between the Bear to Me called Colors,
Hmm.
which is like my favorite
Oh.
album of all time. Can I count
Oh.
that as a color?
That's
What color is the cover?
That's a big
it's-
brain movie, and
It's a rainbow.
It's a ra-
black
oh.
and rainbow.
It's black
Yeah,
and red.
dude.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
We
Down.
could count that. I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll let it slide.
there are
We'll
one
let it slide.
exception.
Let's
Yeah.
slide. Sweet.
Yeah.
Yes.
So as Glory said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything we'd like to plug?
Go, Bryson. Go. Plug.
we got an
Boy.
album coming
Hurry.
out next month, and we've got music videos on YouTube, and yeah. What else is there to plug?
Hopefully more
um,
music.
Hopefully
Soon.
more music.
Yeah.
Hey.
Thanks so much for talking to us and hanging. This is super cool. Our first interview as a unit. So
Yeah, thank you for
it's
coming
exciting.
on. This
Yeah.
has been Topiary Creatures, and we're the Good Noise Podcast.